And for those of us who are listening to me, Nigerians in diaspora, Cameroonians, Africans in diaspora, the reason why God took you there is not to do the works of slavery in Egypt, but to bring the influence of the kingdom. There are things I thought I would say tonight, but Sunday we'll continue. All right, but listen. One time, I met a very dear woman of God at an airport. And I saw that she was looking at me with so much curiosity. More like, is he human? And not in terms of, oh, so anointed. So, we're waiting for our bags. So, I was observing her. Then she spoke and said, "Sir, how do you do it? That people drag you online and you keep doing what you're doing. And don't you feel it? Don't you?" I said, "Have you been dragged before?" So he said, "Yes. They dragged me once." I said, "How many people?" He said, "The comment section." So I said, "Hey, you know, if Paul was in our days, many church pastors will say he's not a wise preacher, because wisdom is safety to us. Wisdom is be political enough to blend in, neutralize the truth, so that you are accepted by both the good and the bad. Present it in a way that nobody knows where you stand. That's wisdom." I grew up from the north, and I attended a missionary school. I saw people die. I saw my friends become fatherless. I used to have a girl in my class called Linda. There was a religious crisis, and the mother of Linda and Linda, being Christians, knew that they were targets. So they jumped the fence and moved to the house of an Alaji, so that, because they know they will come to their house. And this Alaji was a friendly man, and he welcomed them and hid them. But when they came with their long curved sword, sickles, and all those things, he opened the door and they dragged them out, and they gathered around the mother and the daughter. This is a true life story. And told the woman to pick one between herself and her daughter. Who should they kill? And the woman sacrificed herself. And right there, in the presence of the daughter, they stabbed her with all the instruments they had in their hands, and they burnt her. The girl lost her mind, so she couldn't school again. And that's how we got to know the story. Our only crime was our faith. One of the churches that Jesus sent letters to said, "There is a testimony of you that you are rich, but you are poor. And you are wretched." Then they went on to say, "And you are naked." We are churning believers who are not apostolic, who must blend in, neutralize. Let's accommodate their culture. Let it in this. Don't worry. Let's make it so that believers who are used to club, when they come to church, they will not miss club so much. Really. It will backfire. I have observed that certain things we have found ways to touch up are traps. That's the reason why I'm taking my stand. I'm not a troublemaker, but I will take this stand without fear or anything. When the next generation comes, it will be clear that some people stood. We are dealing with a system that is subtle, but it is Antichrist. The purpose, or what the devil is intending, is to invade the church, invade Christians, their minds, bind them with spells, cast darkness. And that's why when the church is teaching good and they're not praying, oh no, they can never get it. It doesn't matter how much I teach. If you don't know prayer, your life won't change. Because there are some things that will happen when you start praying. When you start buying Christian books, tongues beyond the upper room. Buy books. Believer's authority. While revival tarries by Reverend Hills, power through prayer. You start reading for yourself. Because what is coming on Sunday, Tuesday is not enough. Get books, get study Bibles. Start listening to messages. You know why? You are training yourself to be useful. If not, your entire life will be pursuit of trying to get ahead. And even if you say yes to ministry, it is an attempt to use ministry to get ahead. Yes, sir. I'm in Abuja. If I want to get ahead, I am anointed and I know what to preach. This place will be packed. Examine yourself. It is possible you might not have met Christ. Yes. Particularly if you go to church and you are gifted and you start functioning, you forget that you've not met him. Sometimes you're in fellowship in your room and you're in tears. Has it happened to you before? Does it still happen? Because there are two different things. Just in tears of that glorious presence. You want to do his will and he's melting out self. Because everything in flesh dies in his presence. The last hope for the world is the church. So we must not become like the world. I want us to pray this night. I want us to ask God for a red hot revival and fire in your bones. Oh, ask him for fire. Ask him for fire. Ask him for fire. Red hot fire. Ask him for fire. Where's Precious? Who is on there? Oh, ask him for fire. Come raise that sound. Hey, my other mic.